How do you see this picture? Well, the safety function, the cooling system is really the core. However, this was not controlled fully. It's really a serious situation. It's very grave. But we don't see any symptoms that it's going to get even worse or more serious. And there are still efforts to be made and methods that we can take. Now, I understand that you have just come back from the United States at IAEA. They say that they will be sending people to investigate and survey the situation. So everybody around the world is really focusing on this accident. Yes, there is great interest in this accident, and people are hoping that the situation could be controlled soon, and people are waiting to learn lessons from this situation. Now, the concern is that, how does this compare to past accidents? For example, the accident at Chernobyl and also this 3 Mile accident. What is the situation right now? Well, the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, compared to the Chernobyl power plant, it's totally different. The Chernobyl power plant, the containment, the stopping functions there, the power plant was not designed to contain radiation, so that's the big difference that we have here. And also the shutdown didn't occur, and so the Chernobyl accident happened in a matter of seconds. It developed into a fire, and all of a sudden radioactive material was spread everywhere.
Meanwhile, in the case of Fukushima, after the earthquake, all the nuclear reactors were halted, and also there is the structure which is intact to try to protect the reactors. But after a while, the cooling was supposed to take place, but this is the problem that we're seeing about the containment vessel, the pressure vessel. They are remaining intact, and therefore we do see that the function has been stopped, and also we have this containment function in place. Therefore, it's totally different from Chernobyl. So it's compared to Chernobyl, this is a totally different situation. What about the 3 Mile incident? Well, in the case of the 3 Mile incident, the island, after the nuclear reactor was stopped, they did not take notice of the fact that the cooling function was dysfunctional, and about half of the fuel was melted in a short period of time, and this was deposited at the bottom of the pressure vessel, and this melted fuel, which was deposited at the bottom of the pressure fuel, was cooled, and this ended the situation. But at this point in time, that we don't know what is happening, but we don't think that things have evolved to that extent. But it is for sure that the core has been damaged, and that being the case, I think that it is equal to, something equal to that of the 3 Mile Island is occurring here, and therefore there is a need to cool the reactor and to try to settle the accident, so that we can put a stop to this series of events, so that it does not reach the level of the 3 Mile Island. Well, in the case of comparing with Chernobyl, you say that there is this containment function in place, but this number 3 and number 4 reactors, yes, it is outside the reactor, the spent fuel pool, and therefore for this, how should we consider the situation? Well, about the spent fuel storage pool, well, this is a very important issue, we believe, because as you say, this is outside the containment vessel, and but having said that, the spent fuel pool, the fuel here is something that has been cooled down, and the decay heat has been brought down before it is stored, and also this pool compared to the reactor has a very large volume, and therefore the fuel is dispersed. So there are gaps in between, you mean, these rods, yes. And therefore, it is storageable. Even if the fuel were to melt, it will not be the case where there will be a very serious case. And also, the decay heat is low. And therefore, it's most important to inject water. By injecting water and having the fuel rods soaked, then these spent fuel rods can be cooled down, and this will settle the issue. Well, supposing that you put water inside, what would happen after that? Well, another one day, we believe, well, over the past day or so, we have seen that this problem has occurred at the spent fuel pool, meaning that the heat generation is low, and it